Hi guys, this is Vanngo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are filming the last video of our channel for 2021. So I invite the beautiful Dom Robinson here to lend me her canvas, create this beautiful makeup look for you. I hope you enjoy the video as much as we have fun creating in them. Thank you so much for the past year, for all the support. I hope you continue support the channel for 2022. And here the last look for you of the year. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, follow both Dom and myself on Instagram as well. Thank you again for 2021 support. To start every makeup, I always prep skin first. The first product I'm using is the Deuterium Photo Glow Lip Balm. This is a great lip balm under makeup as well. This lip balm also have a little sheen. If you apply matte lipstick, maybe you have to blot it down first before you do it so it doesn't change the texture of the lipstick. The serum I'm using today is the vitamin C serum, also from Deuterium. As you can see, Dom have beautiful skin, but she have a tiny bit of the pigmentation, so this vitamin C is going to help to brighten everything. The best way is always press the product into the skin when you apply serum. When you use vitamin C serum, make sure all the area you see the pigmentation, that's where you're going to really focus on. On Dom, you see all around this area and our cheek area, the forehead. I really want to focus the product in those areas. The next product I'm using is from Drunk Elephant. It also have vitamin C as well on the eye cream. Just a little bit. I always apply also on the eyelid as well. I like to keep those areas really hydrated first, and I blot it down. If it's too shiny or it's too hydrated or too much moisture, I can always blot it out after. But at first, I want it to be really hydrated around the eye area. That's the most delicate area. And you always want to keep hydrated there because it's going to help minimize the wrinkle and everything. For the long term, I mean. For the moisturizer, I'm using the Drunk Elephant. This is the day cream that I'm using. This is also a very great moisturizer for day under makeup. And then use your hand, give your face a little facial, little massage to pop the skin. Especially on deeper skin, you want to hydrate it everywhere, especially around the ear, the neck, everywhere that you have exposed skin. For today, I'm going to use a little bit of the soft matte primer from NARS. I put mainly on the T-zone area. And use your finger, distribute everywhere. And you just blend everything out before you start foundation and concealer. For foundation and concealer today, I'm using the Soft Matte Foundation and Concealer, both of them. This is a very beautiful foundation, but it's more a fuller coverage and matte finish. But it's really beautiful. Dumb complexion is something most people are gonna feel very related to. She have lighter here, darker around here, a little darker here, and the neck a little dark here, a little lighter here. That's what most of us normally have because where the sun hit, not hit, but it's gonna confuse you when you find the right foundation for you. Ideally, if I do this on the model for a shoot, I would use the lighter foundation here, and then I match with the darker foundation around. But I try to make the video less complicated for you, so I'm going to use just one shade of foundation that is kind of like blend everything together somewhat close. And then I use the lighter concealer mainly under eye on all the high point, and then I use the dark concealer to pinpoint to cover everything else. First, I put a little bit of foundation, and I use kabuki brush and blend it out. Remember, this is quite a beautiful foundation, but it is very full coverage, so use a tiny bit at a time. You can see right now I just put a little bit on and it covers almost everything. And the same thing, I go down to the T-zone, I just blend everything out. Some of you might think why I use the foundation is not even the same as the skin color, but that's what I'm going to correct with the concealer after. But this way it's a lot easier to use one shade, so you blend everything out after. You can see that's all I put the foundation, and it covers so well. And if you want to get more coverage, you tip in like this, the way I do, you get a lot more coverage. This is the foundation that the closest one I have. You know, I don't have all different shades, but I think this is the closest shade I have for Dom. I'm sure the brand have way more different shades, but I use this one and it's the closest one I have, but I think it's look pretty amazing. And you see I just tip in, I get really good coverage from doing this. For concealer, I'm using two different shades. I purposely used a lighter shade under the eye area. It's my personal preference. You don't have to. And the second shade is the closest one to the foundation I have. And for the under the eye, I do a little bit there. Look up a little for me. I do a little triangle like this. Look up the other way. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do concealer. A lot of people have their own way to apply the concealer. Whatever works for you, you do it. And then they use a little bit on the tip of the nose. Very little. A little bit around here. And then you use the blending brush here, you just blend it out. And whatever left on the concealer brush, I use to put a little bit here. That way, naturally, it's gonna give your eye a little lift. and I put a bit lighter on the corner there. And I do the same on this side. Look up for me a little bit. Yeah. Next, use a deeper concealer with the eyeliner brush like this. You pinpoint whatever you want to cover. Dom got covered really well just from the foundation. Only a few tiny things that I want to cover more, but the rest is really well. The concealer I have that's the closest one I have with the foundation. Ideally, I would like to use exactly the same shade when I want to cover on the pinpoint like this. But if you don't have the close one, you can just use the shade of concealer that's the closest one you can get. And then after you apply the concealer, go back to your foundation brush and just put a little foundation on top of the concealer again. And that way it's gonna blend out seamlessly. And then you do the same on this side. I use my foundation brush and blend out the edges of all the pinpoint I did. For contour, I'm using this Sunmelt from Say Beauty, and this is the brush I'm using. I just go for the outer perimeter of the face just to enhance and sculpt a little bit, not too much. And the shade is very subtle on Dom's skin tone, so it looks really beautiful together. I also use a little bit just on the side of the nose, not too much because I'm not overly contour her nose. Just want to soften everything, blend it together really well. For powder, I'm going to use 2 shades of powder from Givenchy. I'm using shade number 5 and number 6. The number 5 I'm using mainly where I put the lighter concealer earlier, which is under the eye area, a little bit on the forehead here, on the bridge of the nose. Look up for me. And number 6, I'm doing everywhere else. So I'm gonna give them quite a matte finish. That's why I put quite a bit of powder in there right now. I just add a little more powder under the eye. It's not exactly baking, but it's just the same idea. So if you want more blurring effect under the eye, you can do that with the lighter color number 5, and then the rest of the face just number 6. And I think all the light from the concealer and the powder and the dark from the contour, I think it just bring out Dom's face just amazing. I think she looks sensational. Next, I'm going to use a bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury. I mean, you don't have to go further, but I usually like to use a bronzer to set where I put the contour. And it just warm up everything again, just give Dom quite a more warmer complexion. I think it's just gorgeous. See that just bring out all the part that I shaded earlier. For brow, I'm going to use a brow pencil and a brow marker from Kevin Aucoin's Cosmetic. The shade I'm using is brunette. Dom have beautiful 90 brow, and I'm gonna keep exactly the way shape it is. I love how arched it is on her. It suits her face. I don't want to change it too much. I'm just gonna enhance it and extend the line a little longer. So you can see what I'm doing right now. You just follow the way her natural brow, and let's keep it a little bit longer on the outer part. You can see I draw longer the eyebrow both sides, and what I'm doing next is the same pencil. I'm just doing backward a little bit for the front area, so I'm trying to make the brow look a little fluffier. I'm doing the same on this side. I mean, how far in or out the brow is really personal preference. Some people they like from the corner here, from here out, and they don't like too long. But I like the eyebrow quite extended on Dom. That's why you see that I really exaggerate the length of the brow a little bit. I think it's really frame her face well. You can see that. Even just start from here is good. You don't have to use the marker at all. If you want more detail, then you use the marker to do a few individual hair to make them even fluffier. And that's what I'm doing next, is I'm using the brown marker, and then I just create a few individual hair in here just to make the brow look quite natural, even quite defined. I'm going to use the brown gel on the other end to set the brow in place. And that's how the brown look like. Before eyeshadow, I'm going to apply a little bit of the eyeshadow primer. This is the color eyeshadow primer from NARS. This is the darkest shades they have. I think it's like 5-6 shades. It's all personal preference. Some people, they actually use concealer to prime the eye. It's up to you. For eyes, I'm going to use the Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty. The shade I'm using just mainly this one right here or somewhere here, but I'm not going to use all these shades, just mainly that's the shade I love most. I'm going to keep everything more neutral tone, and just a black long wear eyeliner from Louis Vuitton Beauty. To start, I'm using that shade a little bit under lash line, just from the outer part, and then same shade I'm using on the crease area. The way I'm doing it's actually going to be a very simple eyeshadow look. It's very easy what I'm going to do. It looks complicated, but it's not. So you see how I'm going to apply it and show it into the end. You see, I just do a little two triangles, not perfect, but that's just an idea. And the same blending brush, I just blend, soften everything out so the line doesn't look too defined. And the same, just blend out. How long, how short, the exaggeration of the shadow is really personal preference. I'm going to pull it out quite a bit. I'm doing the same on this side. I'm really going to pull it out. And you see that I'm just blending out the edges. I don't do anything yet. How far in, how much out is all personal preference. I go in a little more, and it's just the same shades. I didn't add anything yet. I just keep blending it out. Using the smaller blending brush, same shades, chin up for me, look up for me, on the outer part. Remember, just a small blending brush. Don't use too big of the one, it's gonna go down too much and you're gonna have a hard time to blend. I just use a smaller one and it just soften the edge out. And I do the same on the other side. Next, I'm using a different blending brush. You can use any brush you want. Close your eye. I'm doing the lighter part of the brow bone here. Just follow the edges into this part. And it's okay you overlap the other color. It's just gonna help to blend the shadow if it does happen that. Use your other brush again and you just soften it out. Next, same shades. I'm using a little bit right here and a little bit the inner part of the eye here, and blend out on the bottom one of the other shades. I'm doing the same on this side. Next, I'm using the Longwear black pencil from Louis Vuitton Beauty. Look down for me, Dom. I'm gonna tight lining the upper waterline. Doing the same on this side. And I just darken the lash line a little bit. Sorry, my studio is right on the street, so there's a lot of noise from the car and honking. It's Sunday night, we're filming right now, so you hear a lot of cars going home. So they honk quite a bit. I'm doing the same on the other side. A little bit on the corner there. Same thing on the corner there. Just really exaggerate the line out. And don't worry if it's not too perfect. You can use a blending brush like this, close your eye, and just soften the edge it out a little bit. And this is not like a black liquid liner. It looks still beautiful when it's not too perfect the line. And then what I'm doing next, same smudgy brush I use on the bottom here. I go back to touch up, look out for me, the darker one again. And smudge it out a little bit more. Look up again. I smudge it out even more. And then also go back to that color, close your eye. I do mainly in the center part here, so it's more depth on that crease right there. Okay, let's see. I think it's amazing like this. And I think I'm not gonna even try to put any shimmer. I think it's so beautiful matte. The next shade I'm using is, I'm going even a lighter shade, even the lighter pink like this. Close your eye. And I just really give that center a little brightness. And again, remember, you can do cut crease, anything. I didn't want to do that. I think it's just beautiful without. It's not my aesthetic to do crazy cut crease, so I just do a little bit with a lighter shadow. I still give you that effect, and it's quite beautiful. Close. Look up. And then the same brush, you want to blend this edge a little bit. For blush, I'm going to use this blush shade from Laura Mercier. It is like a similar family tone of the cool pink I use up there. So I think it's a nice cohesive shade together. Just a little bit, not too much. I don't want to put too much color. And I think this color is really nice, softer on Dom. For highlighter, I'm going to use this highlighter from M Cosmetic. It is a big formula. I'm using only a little bit because I want to keep the skin pretty matte. Just very subtle highlight, not too much, because I don't want to overly shine in the face. And I love how everything matte, and I want to keep it like that. A little bit on the bridge of the nose as well. That's all I need to do. For lips, I'm going to use this nudie lipstick from Louis Vuitton Beauty. It's more a matte finish. And this lip liner from Victoria Beckham. The lip liner is pretty dark compared to the lipstick, but that's the whole purpose. I really want to define the lip shape from the outer part before I do the lipstick. To start, I'm going to outline the lips a little bit. Smile for me. The key, not too further down, just really taper in on the lips here. And the same on the upper part. Smile for me more. You see that I really outline the whole lips everywhere and just leave the center a little light. And the lip is quite nude. Even on light skin it's only nude, but I purposely make it quite nude for Dom. Big smile for me. Yeah, I think the contrast between the nude and the dark liner is just beautiful. If you don't like this idea, you can always go deeper lipstick. You can go different shade lipstick. It's all personal preference. I don't want those comments saying why you do this, why you do that. Makeup is personal. Choose the color that you think is most flattering for yourself. I haven't done the lash yet. I'm gonna do the lashes. I'll be right back. I'm going to use little mascara to blend the lashes with the natural lashes. Just one coat. Look down for me. I'm going to put a little black liner on the corner here to make the eye quite feline. I'm also going to go back to that light shade. Look up for me. A little bit here, just to brighten that corner up. And use the blending brush and soften that edge again. Look up for me. Turn this way. So that's the look. I'm going to set the makeup with a matte setting spray from One Side Beauty. That is the final look, guys. It is my last video of 2021. I hope you enjoy the video as much as I'm making them. I hope you give the channel lots of love, subscribe to the channel, and continue the support so we can continue making more video for you in 2022. And don't forget to follow both Dom and myself on Instagram as well. Thank you for watching.